Hi, it's Tom here from FDS, and we're going to have a quick look at the progress on my Krinkov build. And I've got to say a big hi to Jodocast, who's been doing some very nice work on an AK-47 build, and his has been slightly different to mine in that he's gone with a rapid pistol build, and he's made this section as a barrel attachment, and he's made probably the best power stock I've ever seen that goes on the back, and he's made that out of a worker stock, so check him out. He's well worth a look. He's doing some nice stuff. So, where have we got to since last time? Well, I want to show you this part, which is a little piece of Picatinny, which goes onto the side rail there. And that was printed by BS UK. You can get those if you want them. I've also installed the top rail. I've now cosmetically finished the top part here, and there's a little bit of filler work to do around the front end, as you can see. Now there is a change here. I'll bring the front end into sharper focus, in that I've extended this front section, and I've come right out now along the front, and I felt that this gap here wasn't doing me anything in terms of appearance, so I've blended that in, and I'm going to blend the top in. I've also managed to finish the plating along the sides, so you can see here I've plated down the sides around the edge of the barrel extension here, and probably what's going to happen now is that this section here will not take the standard barrel lug. There'll be just a faux barrel and a flash hider on there. I'm going to make a new flash hider. I'm still undecided about the grip area because I tend to hide my plugs for the plug-in motor block in there, and it still doesn't quite match up. And I've noticed nearly everybody else seems to be cutting these areas back, so I may change this line and cut this line back a little bit and make a fill-in panel for there, which I think will look neater. It may leave me with some interesting work to do internally to get my plug-in right. And you can see I make quite a big hole for my 180 motor covers. Anybody who's not seen that before, I like to have this big hole because I use the BS UK cover. It just goes sitting straight over the top, and then I'll fill this area in, and that will give you a much better smooth fit once you have the cover on. I know it looks pretty ugly right now, but I just like doing it that way because you draw around the cover, draw around the inside, cut it out. Now at the rear, I've finished the stock mount, and I've just put this is just a cut down black cover that came off an old Recon. I've got to clean that up and paint it, and that gives a real nice tight fit on the worker stock. I've checked that, that's all good. And then work to do in this area. I've got to put my custom voltmeter install in, and I've got some other bits to do. Now Jodocast makes these top plates. These aren't his, these are mine, but Jodocast makes a real neat little top plate that goes in here that completely replaces this with a flat piece, and it slots in over this other part here. So the next time I do this job I might well get some of his because it saves time, and this is cut to allow for these two pieces here, so I've still got the screw ports, and his comes a little lower, and I think you lose one of those screw ports, but it's not such a big problem. This will also carry my optics at the front here, so that's why the Picatinny's there. It's about 1 degree out front to back between here and here, which is really annoying, but then I felt better because Turuk's had the same problem on his pump gun, so I'm feeling a little bit better that he glued something on wonky, the same as me, and I think that was to do with the shell being built up in this area. You can see I've now finished the top door as well, which just opens up, and that's all fitted around the sides, just needs filling in. So that's my Recon top door, and I think that looks pretty cool. Nobody else has got that, so I'm quite proud of that as a little mini mod. If you're interested in reproducing that, it's quite a good fit inside there, and it doesn't make much difference to the internals. So there you go. I know a lot of people have been waiting for the third part of the Krinkov saga, and as you can see there is still work to do, and I've been following everyone's latest rapid strike choppings with great interest.